Huh?
Sa gulo pa sa buhay mo.
Grabe siya. Parang akong rooster.
Natin to. Hello, Pep Live! Hello, Pepsters! Welcome back to our Pep Live episode today. Ayan, bago natin i-introduce ang ating mga guests for today, invite ko muna ang ating mga Pepsters na mag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel dahil naku, malapit na nating ma-reach ang 1 million subscribers. Kaya naman, Pepsters, at sa lahat ng ating mga viewers, please mag-subscribe na kayo sa ating YouTube channel. And hindi na natin ito patatagalin pa. Let us all welcome ang hottest stars ng Vivamax ngayon, Nico Locco and Christine Bermas. Hello, Nico Locco and Christine.
Thank
Hello.
Hi, Kim! Kumusta?
Okay naman kayo, kamusta?
Okay lang. Medyo sleepy ako, but because we're on the other side of the world right now, Kim, sa Canada.
Oo nga, naku, pag-uusapan natin yan kung bakit kayo nandyan sa Canada ngayon. Naku, medyo nasagap ko kung bakit kayo nandyan ngayon. Anong oras na ba ngayon dyan?
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Oh my God. Naku,
Laban.
parang nakaramdam tuloy ako ng hiya, pero laban tayo.
Mas
Ayan. Okay. Pero bago natin ituloy itong ating Pep Live interview, magsimula muna tayo sa isang icebreaker challenge. Ito ang this or that. Ayan, Nico and Christine, for sure alam nyo tong this or that. Pipili lang kayo sa dalawang bagay na ibibigay ko. So, simulan natin. Ang una ay movie or TV series. Nico?
Movie.
Movie. Next, sexy film or action film?
Action film.
Action film.
Action film. Ito, for Nico, Italy or Philippines, and for Christine, Palawan or Manila?
Ooh, ang hirap yan. Philippines, pusong Pinoy.
Palawan.
Yeah. Next, ito naman. Staying at home or partying all night?
Staying at home.
Grabe. Matanda na ako, staying at home.
Nako, relate. Dati rin partying all night, pero ngayon,
Okay.
diba, yung tuhod ko ngayon, pang staying at home na lang. Okay, next. Risk taker or careful?
Risk taker, I would say. Ikaw.
Risk taker as well.
We.
Yeah.
Talaga, ha?
Oo.
Correct. Kasi we'll never know, kaya go tayo, risk taker. Ito
Yeah.
naman next. Lights on or lights off?
Lights on ako. 100%.
Christine.
Lights off.
Yeah, sadly.
Lights.
Unfortunately. No joke.
And I always win.
Okay, ito naman ang ating last na this or that. Spit your words out or swallow your pride.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, push.
Spit your words out or swallow your pride.
Okay. Sorry.
I thought that's another game.
Kim, akala ko may lalabas sa screen eh.
Actually,
Walang text eh.
parang pare-pareho tayong naghintay, tapos pare-pareho tayong nagla.
Ang awkward naman yung pause eh.
Okay,
anyway.
take two. Next, for our last this or that, spit your words out or swallow your pride. Ayan, pumasok na.
Yun. Spit your words out for sure.
Spit your words out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Ayan. So, bakit spit your words out?
I've always worn my emotions on my sleeve eh. I'm a very emotional person. Kaya if ever galit ako or malungkot ako, I'm definitely going to express those feelings.
Yeah, same as me as well. Kasi
So.
oh, wow.
Ay, siguro
Ayun,
yung
my
dating
mind.
self mo.
Well, yes, I would
Was-
agree with that. Yung
diba?
dating self ko was like that. But now, ganun na siya.
Nag-
Kasi,
Nagbago ka na. Dahil sa akin,
kasi
Yeah.
para naiintindihan din natin yung isa't isa.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's tama yan.
Actually, yun nga. I was about to say nga na, ano naman, every day is a learning day, di ba? Na matututo tayo sa tao at sa mga nakakasama natin. And now, tutuloy-tuloy na tayo sa ating interview. For my first question, paano kayo nakapasok sa showbiz? Nagdaan ba kayo sa mga auditions, VTRs, ganyan? Ikaw muna, Christine.
Well, ako, I started joining ng mga pageants before sa Palawan. And then, na-discover ako ng manager ko na, which is si Len Carillo. Na-discover niya ako sa Palawan nung before mag-pandemic. Then, after that, nag-start ako actually sa girl group, which is yung Belladonna, Sing and Dance. Then, nung nag-pandemic, nagkaroon ng opportunity na pumasok sa Viva. So, yun, doon nag-start and then doon na tumuloy-tuloy yung mga projects.
Oh, so ngayon ko lang nalaman na first na nanggaling ka pala sa girl group and nag-pageant ka rin pala, Christine.
Yes.
And,
Since, what's that?
Sige, go. Sorry.
Yung sabi niya, since 15.
Yeah, since I was 15,
Yeah.
yes.
So maraming rejections din ang napagdaanan mo, Christine.
Oo naman, ang dami kong napagdaanan na rejections and hindi naging madali yung journey ko. So, nag-start talaga ako sa pinaka-down and until now, actually hindi pa rin ako naiisihan now. Medyo nahihirapan pa rin ako kasi hindi naman lahat ng things mas madaling nakukuha, right? Kapag walang hard work, hindi natin siya nakukuha ng maayos.
That's true.
Correct. And pero at least nandito ka na sa Vivamax, di ba?
Oh,
And-
yes. Sobrang
Bongga.
thankful ko sa Viva actually na na-discover nila ako and pinagkakatiwalaan nila ako and palagi nila akong binibigyan ng trust, ng blessings.
Correct. At isa ka na talaga sa biggest stars ng Vivamax.
Yes.
So naman, Nico, paano ka nakapasok sa showbiz world?
Ako, nag-start ako mag-workshop. So, I started sa mga acting workshops when I was a kid. Tapos, yung unang exposure ko sa show business, I would say would be theater. If you would consider that show business. So, I started sa theater and then workshops and then eventually na-realize ko I wanted to be a part of show business. So, nag-show business ako sa Canada and the US and then Indonesia. So, I've been kind of all over around the world and then eventually pumunta ako sa Pinas for show business. My first project sa Pinas was with Nadine Lustre for a music video. It's called Stay Up. That was in noong 2017. So that was kind of my first initial exposure dito sa Pinas. And then after that, tuloy-tuloy, luckily, which was part of the reason I stayed. Unang-una was na-in love ako sa Pinas, pero I also wanted to be a part of show business here. So that was kind of the start's journey ko dito. And then 6 years later, here we are. And I signed with Viva last year, Kim. So I've been with Viva for actually under a year, mga 8 to 10 months. So I've really loved my time sa Viva so far, and looking forward to my remaining years sa Vivamax.
Bongga. Nabanggit mo nga kanina, Nico, na galing ka ng theater bago ka dumiretso sa mainstream media, di ba?
Yes.
Yung discipline ng theater and ng mainstream media, sinasabi nila na magkaiba. Nahirapan ka ba sa transition mo?
Actually, magandang question yan because a lot of actors nahihirapan sila mag-transition from theater to acting to film. Ako, I did it at a younger age, so it was kind of my foundation of acting. Pero tama ka dyan, Kim, when you said you really have to understand na hindi parehas. It's really actually a completely different thing. Kaya film acting and theater should be just different genres because yung acting mo less big, syempre, on a stage you're projecting to an audience where when you're in front of a lens, you're projecting to the lens, right? So it's a lot closer. So lahat ng movements mo or the way you project your voice, everything changes.
Correct. And nabanggit mo rin kanina, Nico, na from Italy, then tama ba, Indonesia, and then bago nag-Pilipinas. Then sabi mo na in love ka sa Pilipinas. Bakit Pilipinas? Bakit pumasok sa radar mo na gusto ko pumunta ng Pilipinas and dito ako mag-stay?
Kala ko sa akin ka na in love.
Oh, dahil sa'yo eh.
Papunta tayo dyan, Christine.
Kamang answer ko dapat eh. Shoot. Take two. Cut the joke.
Well, continue.
Sorry, bawi ako later.
Yes.
But Kim, no, wala akong plano actually to stay sa Pinas. Pero once I came here dahil sa project, I was able to meet, Filipinos and experience the culture here. And yeah, in love ako agad sa culture ng Pinas because Filipinos are a lot like Italians. So I actually felt very at home when I first came here. And I think that was, nagulat ako na I would love a country so much. But it just so happened that I really loved it. And I decided to stay. And I'm sobrang happy that I decided to stay because I wouldn't have met you.
Wow, bumawi.
See, di ba? Sabi ko
Yan
sa'yo.
na. Ang galing ni Nico no? Christine, natahi niya talaga eh.
Niya talaga, no?
Pero pupunta tayo dyan. Siyempre, hindi natin mapag-usapan yan. Pero yan nga, lahat ng success na nakukuha nyo simula na nag-start kayo and etong naging part na nga kayo ng Vivamax. And now, meron na kayong movie together, Manyak. Now, tungkol saan ba ang Manyak? Tira mo na, nauutal tuloy ako. Tungkol saan ba ang Manyak? Nico, sige, ikaw muna.
Are you asking about the story, Kim?
Yes.
Yeah, so Manyak is a very interesting story, mainly because it's shot in 3 different perspectives. So it's shown in the perspective ni Desiree first, and then shown in the perspective ni Jojo Diaz, who plays Ken, and then lastly, it shows my perspective playing as Adam.
Yeah.
So it's really about me and Christine, Desiree and Adam. We're a couple. We've been together for around 1 month. Biglaan yung sister niya, tumawag siya and asked if she can look after the house. Kasi siya yung younger sister.
Yeah.
And just to give a background of silang dalawa, Christine has been known for seeing mga multo, mga espiritu, mga mga taong itim.
It's like a black entity,
Yes, exactly. So she's parang siyang storyteller, right? So anyways, we end up going to this house, nasa Tanay siya. We drive there. Ken and his wife, they go separate ways. So si Myla, yung sister niya, nagbakasyon sila. Tapos si Ken, pumunta siya sa work niya in Cebu. So it's just us at the house, and then 2 days pass. Everything's okay so far. Eventually, nagkaroon ako ng work sa Manila, so kailangan ko bumalik sa Manila. So it just ends up she's the only one in the house. And then that's kind of when everything starts.
The rest happens.
Yeah, I won't spoil it, but there's a manyak on the loose.
You were
if
about
know
to
what I mean.
spoil it.
I was. Pero may manyak on the loose. So something happens sa loob ng house, and then that's when everything just goes crazy. Anything
Ayan na nga. Actually, tulad na nabanggit nyo, merong manyak on the loose. Ang lahat ng mga nakikita kong tanong, sino daw ba yung manyak?
Yung nga eh.
Malalaman.
Yun lang. Malalaman mo.
Yeah.
Abangan.
Could be
Bukas.
me, could be you, could be Choco,
Yes,
or could
exactly.
be anyone else. Yeah.
Correct. So, kamusta
And-
naman working? Sorry, go, Nico.
Oh no, I was sorry to cut you off, Kim. I was just gonna say that's kind of the concept of the film. Actually, it's funny because you asked sino ang manyak, right? That's the concept of the tatlong perspective. So you're confused and you're trying to connect the dots kung sino ang manyak, and then eventually sa dulo you end up finding out who is the manyak, but it slowly unravels.
Yes.
Exciting. And tomorrow na to sa Vivamax, ano?
Bukas na.
Bukas na. Yes, bukas na.
Diba?
Bukas na. Ang ano natin dito is bukas na malalaman kung sino ang manyak.
Yes, exactly yan.
Perfect, Kim.
Magandang promo yan, Kim.
Diba? Perfect. Pero ngayon, kasi kita-kita yung sweetness ninyo and nandyan nga kayo sa Canada. Gusto ko lang talaga malaman, Nico and Christine, official na ba to? Official na ba kayo?
Wait, naglag. Are you there, Kim? Hello?
Hello,
Kim,
Nico.
wala
Signal.
na.
Nico.
I want home.
Pero for a minute, naniwala ako na naglag ako, ha?
No, King, it was
No joke,
So-
dog. Yeah, official. I mean,
yes, official, yeah.
Okay.
Ayan.
Official. Bakit
Pero
ako-
'di ba, parang over a year dumaan din kayo sa dating stage and getting to know each other.
Mhm.
Oh, yes, yes. And hindi naging madali for both of us. Kasi ako, to be honest, Kim, hindi ako nag-entertain ng mga guys even before since napunta ako sa Manila. Kasi sobrang focus talaga ako sa work, sa dreams ko, sa mga gusto kong ma-achieve sa life, and focus din ako sa family ko. So parang yung love ko, mas binibigay ko sa family ko instead of like entertaining boys or
Mhm.
guys. But then, nakuha niya ang puso ko. So, ayun.
Ayan. Prince Charming eh.
Dumating si Prince Charming.
Si Mr.
Diba? Oo naman, hello, Nico Locco na yan. Pero bilang nasabi mo nga, di ba, Christine, na dumating si Nico, and iba yung priorities mo before, pero nung dumating siya, di ba, talagang naradar mo siya. Ano yung nagustuhan nyo sa isa't isa? Unahin na kita, Christine. Kasi iba yung ngiti mo talaga, Christine. Go, sorry.
Malapit. Ano?
Dati family ko lang yung priorities ko. Now, dumagdag pa siya. So, wala. Ang dami na. Joke. Actually, first na nagustuhan ko sa kanya, sobrang bait niya, sobrang open person siya, and palagi niya ako naiintindihan sa lahat ng mga bagay. Palagi niya akong binibigyan ng advices since mas ahead siya sa akin. Ang dami niyang experience sa life, which is ang dami ko rin na-experience sa life. But then, binibigyan pa niya ako ng mga advices kung ano yung dapat gawin. Palagi niya akong ginaguide, palagi yan. And before, to be honest, Kim, sobrang extrovert. Introvert
ka
person
dati,
ako.
Sobra.
Yeah.
Like the definition.
Yes. Pero now, alam mo yung feeling na nalabas niya yun sa akin. Now, sobrang open person ko
Masyado na eh.
Hindi naman masyado.
Joke.
Natulungan niya ako na lumabas sa pagiging ganon, which is much better for me kasi naiintindihan niya na ako lalo, and mas nalalabas ko yung nararamdaman ko, hindi lang sa relationship namin, emotional also, sa mga ibang things na nararamdaman ko, and nahe-help siya for me. And siya talaga yung safest person ko. So, yeah, sobrang comfortable ako sa kanya.
Wow.
Grabe naman ang tamis at maiingit na rin talaga ako dito.
Grabe yung tanong ko.
Ikaw naman, Nico, ano yung nagustuhan mo kay Christine?
Marami, actually. Sa unang-una, was just how kind she was in the way she talked. Kasi na-meet ko siya sa isang Zoom. It was an online show for It's Showtime, and we were promoting our sariling films. And anyways, nakita ko siya sa backstage ng Zoom, and I think she was briefing with the director. And I just really liked how she talked. Sobrang polite, sobrang kind, sobrang courteous. These are all things that I value, right? So parang that's what got my attention to message her, sa Instagram, just slid into the DMs, and buti na lang nag-respond siya, nag-reply siya. Not she just said po question mark to my hello, how are you, Christine? So medyo malungkot ako dyan, but I lumaban ako, and I kept messaging her, and I ended up realizing that she's just a really good person. Same values, sobrang family-oriented siya. Family is everything to me. To us Italians, it's everything. So she treats her family like they're everything as well. So I really, really like that, and that's parang a winner for me. Tapos sobrang kind siya, and she takes her work seriously, which is also important sa akin kasi my craft, acting, and being in this business is my passion, it's my life. And I would say parehas para sa kanya. So marami kaming similarities, so I think it just it clicked.
Mm-mm. And pinatunayan ni Nico na talagang risk taker nga, tulad ng nasabi natin kanina sa this or that. Kasi kung hindi niya message si Christine sa Instagram,
Totoo.
yung ni Christine ngayon, di ba?
That's a good point, actually. Buti na lang risk taker siya. Not.
And the ad ko pala also,
Hmm.
smart kasi siya. So, yun yung pinaka nagustuhan ko sa kanya, and this family-oriented as well. So, yeah.
Grabe. May I just say muna ha, na bago tayo mag-forward sa next question. Grabe naman yung kilig ko dito. Kinokontrol ko na lang, pero sige, para mailaban tong interview natin.
Malamig ba, Kim?
Malamig.
Medyo ano.
Oh yeah, sorry
Parang may langgam na. Anyway.
May langgam na.
So, dami na nagustuhan nyo sa isa't isa. For sure, may mga challenges. Was there a time ba na nag-argue kayo dahil sa cultural differences? Siyempre, may mga pagkakaiba talaga, di ba? Christine?
I would say na hindi naman to the point. Yes, may mga arguments kami. But then, hindi naman kami umaabot sa totally like sobrang what you call it? Sobrang lala, sobrang hard, yeah. When it comes sa mga culture, I think kasi parang similar talaga kaming dalawa. Medyo. Yeah, so magkatulad kaming dalawa. Sometimes lang.
That's not a good start. Okay.
Sometimes,
Tuloy.
I would say, hindi kami nagkakasundo sa food. sa food. Yeah.
Kinabahan na rin ako. Sabi ko, tama ba na itinanong ko to? Kasi parang mabigat. Kasi lang, food pala. No?
Away
Sa mga away,
Kinabahan ako. Diyos ko. O, Nico, ikaw naman.
I would definitely say my mga cultural differences. It's hard to avoid, Kim, kasi syempre I come from a different country and a different upbringing. And sinabi ko kanina na medyo similar yung culture ng mga Italians and Filipinos, right? Pero hindi lahat. So especially lalo na when it comes to relationships, an Italian relationship is very different than a Filipino relationship. Kaya kailangan namin mag-adjust and meet in the middle, actually 50-50 kasi that's always my thing, and sinabi ko sa kanya when we first got together is everything is 50-50. So para fair and walang reklamo from either side. So with lambing, Kim, is the hardest thing for me. Medyo ice cold ako minsan, no? Yeah. So I can be kind of parang heartless or parang cold would be in the eyes of a Filipino, but ako, that's just how I was raised. But again, kailangan ko mag-adjust sa kanya. So I need to know now, okay, maybe I should be more lambing or a little more caring, mas maasikaso. So those are all things na medyo different, but again, it's a challenge. It's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge and sobrang rewarding.
Yun sana yung sasabihin ko kaso iniba ko lang. Sinabi kong food. Gusto ko manggaling sa'yo.
Ay, talaga? Bakit?
Yung sa sweetness part.
Ay.
Grabe naman yung pagpapakaba ni Christine kanina. Yun pala yun, Diyos ko.
Talagang ikaw magsabi. Para sa'yo.
Bakit?
No. Joke lang. Kasi, like, before, hindi talaga siya sobrang sweet na hindi siya clingy, hindi siya touchy. But then, now, nakapag-adjust naman siya. So, I think nga, mas more siya na yung touchy, siya na yung clingy.
Yeah, parang
ganun na.
Oo. Parang kulang ka sa lambing eh.
Oh, hindi.
At least, di ba, talagang pinupunan niyo yung gusto ng isa't isa. And kaya nga kayo nag-click talaga, di ba? And speaking of challenges, for sure, meron ding hirap yung sinasabi ng mga taga-showbiz na mahirap daw to be in a relationship with someone na nasa showbiz. Kayo ba? Ganun din ba para sa inyo?
Oo naman. Actually, I think I was reading a stat the other day, Kim, that parang the most common breakups happen between DJs, actors, singers, and there was one other nurses. That was the other one. Kasi lagi nagchichita mga nurses. It's a fact. Or not a fact, a stat. But anyways, wait, I lost my train of thought. Oh my God. Go. Butt in.
Sobrang mo ba?
Hindi,
When,
I
when
lost
your
my train
mind
of
is
thought.
in 3 a.m.
I had a really good point. Keep talking. I will come back
No,
to that.
ako I would say na yes, some parts na hirapan kami. But then, actually ako parang mas naging okay for me na nagkaroon ng first relationship ko na nasa showbiz. Especially same kami na nasa Viva. Kasi naiintindihan namin yung isa't isa when it comes to
Yes,
work.
that's
You
what,
know,
that's what I was
like,
gonna say.
yeah, like, syempre, being with Vivamax, hindi naman siya sobrang dali and ang daming mga judgments sa lots of people. And ako, mas parang naging okay sa akin na nagkaroon ako ng first relationship na nasa showbiz kasi same kami ng craft, nandun yung understanding, nandun yung uh, less arguments na hindi mo na kailangang ipaliwanag sa kanya. Kasi
Mhm.
pag hindi kayo same ng craft, just for my opinion lang, if hindi kayo same, parang inisip ko, alam mo yun, parang nandun lagi yung arguments kasi
Yes.
hindi niya naiintindihan yung ginagawa mo, yung sasabihin niya lang na parang nandun lagi yung selos and then mag-end up yung relationship niya na wala lang, hindi nag-work, it didn't work.
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's hard, Kim, minsan, kasi syempre we're in Viva Max, right? It's, I mean, my
Yes.
mga intimate scenes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
part of the movies, right?
Mhm.
So, even if sinasabi namin na madali lang kasi we understand each other's work, ang hirap, especially
Yes.
lalo na while you're watching with your partner and then
Mhm.
parang you see it on screen na magandang chemistry nila, or yung gawin niya sa movie is the same as what she does sa relationship. So it's hard seeing those kinds of things, but you have to really realize na hindi totoo to, work lang to. And I mean that's what we do for a living, right?
Yes.
So we have to understand kahit mahirap minsan, lalo na yung mga schedules namin all over the
Yeah.
place. Minsan we don't know if we have a shoot, a week before, right? Minsan a week before. So medyo magulo ang schedules din. So you have to plan to make sure to spend time with each other and stuff like that. So it's hard, Kim, pero I maybe probably mas madali na nasa showbiz tayo as opposed to one person being out of it.
Yes.
I think mas
Yeah, I
mahirap
agree with that.
maintindihan,
Mhm.
Kim, if it would be like that. I think that would be like, wow, times 10.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yeah.
Oo, nakatulong sa part ninyo na pareho kayo nasa showbiz kasi mas naiintindihan nyo. Lalo na pareho kayo nasa Vivamax.
Yes.
Pero nabanggit nyo nga kanina na pareho kayong gumagawa ng project sa iba ding mga artista and meron kayo mga scenes din sa iba. So paano nyo to tinitik? Pinag-uusapan nyo talaga to? Or pinipili nyo yung mapapanood nyo na project ng isa't isa? Go.
Actually, yes. Before kami na magkaroon ng project na iba yung co-actors namin, hindi kami dalawa.
Mhm.
Nag-uusap kami for that. Tapos, open kami sa isa't isa kung ano yung mangyayari sa film, like
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
And then, nagkaroon kami ng rule together
Yes,
na
yes.
hindi namin papanoorin yung sexy,
Oh.
yung mga intimate scenes. But then,
We just
iwa-watch
skip it.
namin, skip namin.
Yeah.
Kasi, actually, may one person na nagsabi sa atin ito.
Yeah, sino nagsabi?
Si Miss Giselle Sanchez.
Miss Giselle
Yeah.
Sanchez. Yeah, yan ang advice niya sa amin, and it
Mm-mm.
actually was amazing kasi we used to watch our intimate scenes, Kim, kasi we would watch the movies together pag-release na, right?
Yeah.
And nagalit kami sa isa't isa.
Hindi naman nagalit.
Well,
Parang,
hindi man na-pick on.
May
or something.
feels lang talaga, no?
Oo,
yes.
parang
So,
yung
syempre,
heart
hindi
mo,
mo naman
parang
maiiwasan
nagpa-pump.
yun kahit
Oo.
hindi siya totoo, diba? So,
Parang nagpupump yung heart mo. I don't know. It's hard to avoid the feeling, eh. Even though alam mo what's happening and how it all works, it's not real. Parang you still feel that emotion.
yeah.
Kaya the best thing to do is just skip through it, and
Yeah.
avoid that whole situation.
Correct. And natawa naman ako, no, kung maka-agree naman ako, kala mo talaga, nasa Vivamax din ako.
Mag-Vivamax ka na,
Viva Max
diba?
ka na, Kim.
Ayan na,
Pangan.
Diyos ko, ayan na ang invite. Go.
Vivamax Kim.
Eto, balik lang ako sa movie niya na Manyak. How was it working with the whole cast naman? Sila, Sir Joko and Miss Sherry.
Ako, kasi I worked with them na 3 beses, I think, Ate Cherie, and then kay Kuya Joko pala, 1 beses. So, pangalawang beses namin together. Kay Kuya Joko, well, alam natin na veteran actor siya, right? So, alam mo yung nandun yung iki-care ka niya, iga-guide ka niya, palagi niya kaming binibigyan ng advices. Sobrang
Mhm.
easy to work with him. And hindi mo ma-feel yung ilangan. Yung ganun, kasi sobrang chill niya lang din and nagbibigay siya ng vibes sa set namin. Same as Ate Cherie talaga. Si Ate
Yes.
Cherie naman, naging close ko siya sa first project namin. Kasi laging role na nabibigay sa amin pag magkasama kami sa film is mag-ate kaming dalawa. So, nag-work out talaga yung pagiging sister namin. Doon namin nabuo yung friendship namin, to be honest. And sobrang saya ko kapag nakaka-work ko siya. Kasi, alam mo yun, parang may kachikahan ako palagi. Alam mo yun, parang sobrang happy lang sa set kapag kasama ko siya. And nagbibigay din siya sa akin ng mga advices, which is very thankful ako for both of them. And kay Direk, first time ko worked with him. And sobrang bait ni Direk, sobrang open person niya din.
Mhm.
Tinatanggap niya yung mga gusto pa naming i-add sa scene, hindi niya kami pinapabayaan sa scene. Gusto niya na maging maayos yung pelikula. So, lahat kami nagwo-work. I mean, hindi lang, walang isang nasusunod. So, lahat kami nagbibigay ng mga kanya-kanyang opinion. And very open si Derek for that kasi gusto niya na mabigay mo rin ng maayos yung kung ano yung kailangan ng character mo.
Mhm.
And especially sa mga intimate scene, never siyang nawala, very hands-on siya, very protective siya. And um, kay Belly, sorry, tawag ko kasi sa kanya Belly, kay Nico.
Belly.
Kay Nico, well, first project namin together. So, actually nag-workshop kami kasi sinasabi nila
Mhm.
kapag together kayo in real life, parang madali na lang yung mga ganung yung mga
Mhm.
especially sa intimate scene, parang normal na lang siya for both of you. But then medyo actually comfortable kami to each other, and hindi ako nailang for that. And kasi kilalang kilala ko na siya. But then dun sa intimate scenes na nagawa namin,
Mhm.
buti na lang, good thing na nagkaroon kami ng workshop kasi mas nagawa namin siya ng hindi, kasi that's our private stuff eh. Gets mo what I mean? Like, parang sinishare namin sa buong mundo yung alam mo yun, yung private stuff namin. So, minake sure namin na hindi siya like parang alam mo yun na makakasira sa relationship namin. So, we did it properly.
Nice. At least, 'di ba, pinaghandaan niyo talaga even though na you guys
Yes.
are in a
Yes.
relationship nga
Mhm.
eh, no? Hindi naman kasi pwede na, totoo nga yung sinabi ni Christina kung ano yung sa private ninyo and yung
Yes.
personal life ninyo, dadalhin niyo sa
Yes.
project na just because in a relationship kayo. Ikaw, Nico, may i-add ka ba doon?
Well, tamang sinabi niya. The only thing I could add was my experience with Jojo Diaz. I mean, obviously veteran actor siya. So I was really looking forward to working him because he usually plays mga villain roles now, right? So I kind of look up to him as my idol because yan ang gusto ko are villain roles for mostly, right? So I really like his style and how he delivers his character. Kaya whenever we had a chance to talk, I was, asking him questions and asking paano mag-last sa industry. So he was really helpful that way. And again, working with Christine was amazing. She pretty much said everything that happened between us. She's a very talented actor, so hindi ako nahirapan or anything to work with her with our characters. Tapos yeah, si Direk Carlo Alvarez, he's an award-winning director, and we did a film, ginawa namin ng film 5 years ago called Sabado. It was for a Gawad Sining Film Festival where we won everything: best picture, best director, best actor. So this was sort of a dream film for me, just because I could work with Direk again, and he's such a talented filmmaker. He wrote it. He wrote it. He shot it. He directed it, and he did a lot of the editing. Just because Direk likes to see everything from start to finish. So super excited na pumasok siya sa Vivamax, and sana more to come for him.
And this is his first project, so
Yes, first
yeah.
project sa Vivamax.
Mhm.
So sana more to come in the future, and I'm sure there will be.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. And it shows na very collaborative nga yung environment ninyo dyan sa project
Oo.
ninyo.
Yes.
So
And nabanggit nyo nga na first project nyo ito together. So, kahit na couple kayo, meron ba kayong new discovery sa isa't isa while working sa film?
new discoveries.
Mm-mm.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've seen Christine pretty much sa lahat ng things in her life except for
Yeah.
her work, right? And kaya special etong project because I got to see her working, and then parang a different Christine kasi sa totoo lang, we're different people when we're at work, and we're different people when we're at home, and it
Yes.
should be like that. It should be like there should be a switch that you turn on and off. I always say that. So nakita ko yung working Christine, and natuwa ako kasi sobrang professional siya, sobrang sipag. These are all things that I expect from myself. So when nakikita ko sa mga ibang actor, natutuwa ako, and nakita ko sa kanya yung mga qualities that I like. So na-impress ako sa kanya.
Same din sa akin actually kasi different kami pag sa house or
Yes.
kapag sa real life namin. And then di ko pa siya nakikita na nag-work, so parang nakita ko na sobrang serious niya din, sobrang alam mo yon, focus talaga siya sa work niya, sobrang sipag niya din. And actually parang kasi may tawagan kami sa aming dalawa, Belly, Bella, or Bello, like that. But then, nung nasa shoot kami, sometimes tinatawag ko siyang Nico, gano'n. So, parang nandun yung professionalism between sa aming dalawa. So, sometimes Sir Nico, Mr. Nico, gano'n.
Yeah, Ma'am Christine.
Yeah.
Ayan. So, meron kayong mga steamy scenes dito sa movie ninyo. Steamy, di ba? So, gaano ba kahirap i-shoot yung ganitong mga eksena? Yan ang laging tanong ng mga Vivamax viewers natin.
Yes, totoo. Well, in general, ang hirap, especially working with an actor you've never worked with before, kasi syempre sobrang intimate yung scene, and kailangan ng trust. Without trust, there's no chemistry sa scene, and halata sa screen pag walang chemistry, lalo na sa mga intimate scenes. So for the intimate scenes, ako, it was like madali lang. We did it for like, usually kasi medyo detailed yung mga scenes, and they take time. But for us, it was like sobrang mabilis, no? Like shoot, do this, do that position, kiss her there. It's like ang dali lang kasi syempre I've done it in real life. So oops. Cancel. Sorry po. No, but sorry. Okay lang.
Go.
Alam pa, go!
That's all. So madali lang yung mga intimate scenes. It wasn't like the other films na medyo mahirap. You have to do sensibility workshops with your actor.
Co-actor, yeah.
So, yeah.
Kasi hindi mo sila kilala, right? So, wala
Yes.
kayong, not unless friend mo sila. But then, kahit friend mo sila, parang nandun pa rin yung actor mo. So,
Yes.
kailangan i-work on that.
So talagang kailangan paghandaan lahat ng mga intimate scenes, ano.
Oo.
So yun nga, tulad na nabanggit natin kanina, kahit ginagawa niyo tong mga intimate scenes, and tao lang naman din ang mga actors, no. For sure may mga times na tinatamaan or nakakaramdam ng something while shooting these scenes, 'di ba? Anong ginagawa niyo pag meron kayong nararamdaman na ganito? At nagtigilan na lang.
Naputol, Kim. Hello, Kim?
Naputol na naman po tayo, Pepsters. Babalikan po natin.
Mahina yung signal dito
Ako
Ikaw.
muna, sa lahat ng mga nagko-work ko or sa lahat ng films na nagawa ko, to be honest, wala akong na-feel na ganun. Kasi palagi kong kinikip sa mind ko na this is job, this is work, I need to be professional. So, yeah, kapag may na-feel ka kasi parang dun mo na-feel na na parang hindi mo nagagawa yung, just for my own perspective, na hindi mo nagagawa yung work mo ng maayos. So parang, but then nung coming together, syempre, aaminin ko, na-turn on din naman ako sa kanya. But then, hindi naman umabot sa level na, alam mo yun, na feel ko talaga, like, gusto kong tapusin after the scene. Like that. Kasi, walang ganon. Kasi, syempre, kapag sa real life ka, kapag syempre yung couple mo, kapag kinis ka, di ba, mafe-feel mo na parang, alam mo yun, parang doon na nag-start. But then, yun nga, katulad ng sabi ko kanina, kahit in a relationship kami, gusto namin na i-keep yun na professional for both of us.
You, Nico.
Yeah, I think tamang sinabi niya. It's difficult kasi, I mean, para sa akin, Kim, it's like my buong production team watching, and there's people like, there's a cameraman, there's a director, my audience so if ever that I'm dumb ko yung parang something going on downstairs, mawawala agad kasi parang yung common sense or yung parang instincts kick in and be like, okay, this is just work, it's not real, like, wag because we're all humans and we get we're attracted to the opposite sex, right? So syempre, it's a very, very intimate scene. You're feeling things, your body is feeling things, but yung mind parang it always comes back and says, Nico, this is work, don't get excited. But I mean, na-feel ko a little bit when we were doing the scenes na parang medyo may tigas somewhere.
What?
May something na tumitigas.
Tigas ulo mo,
Ibang ulo yan.
If you leeg ko, go Nico.
Ow. No, yeah. But joke lang yan. But if ever there's some movement down there, I just realized it's not real and mawawala agad.
Pure work and professionalism lang
Yes.
talaga, diba?
Yes.
Ito naman, gusto ko namang malaman yung reaction ng family and friends ninyo simula nung nagsimula kayong gumawa ng mga projects na meron mga intimate scenes. Naging ano ba sila, supportive, or meron silang mga comments na, or nag-question sila sa mga projects na ginagawa? Christine, ikaw?
Ako, Kim, to be honest, medyo nahirapan ako at first kasi hindi naman ako nanggaling sa family na mayroong background when it comes sa showbiz. So, galing ako sa simpleng pamilya, actually very conservative na family. Tapos dati sa church lang ako, nung bata ako, nung nasa province ako sa Palawan. Nung una, nahirapan ako mag-explain sa kanila and medyo syempre nandun yung na-shock sila na parang kahit nga sabi ko sa brother, actually yung brother ko yung kakampi ko, na once na pinanood nila yung film, skip mo yung mga part na may sexy, ganyan-ganyan. Sabi ko sa kanya, kunyari sabihin mo kay la mama, magbe-break ka lang, pero skip mo. But then, nung na-watch nila, actually nahirapan yung mama ko to accept it. Pero yung father ko, very open-minded siya, so okay sa kanya. Kasi yung father ko kasi kahit hindi mo na-explain sa kanya, alam niya na work lang, na ito yung passion ko, ito yung gusto kong gawin sa life. So, nandun yung support ng father ko. But then, sa mom ko, nahirapan talaga akong i-explain. Nahirapan akong, alam mo yun, na kahit in-explain ko sa kanya ng paulit-ulit, nandun pa rin na nagtampuhan kami. Kahit sinabi ko na, ma, hindi siya real, ganyan-ganyan, in-explain ko na sa kanya. But then, after that, actually, naging okay na siya nung after I did the Scorpionites. Remember that film? Sobrang yun yung pinaka-boldest film na nagawa ko ever in my life. But then I got shocked sa reaction ng mama ko kasi sabi niya, wow, ang galing-galing mo sa Scorpionites. Kasi alam niya, classic movie yun, di ba? Sa malayong generation pa, 1980s, from Ana Marie Gutierrez going down to Joyce Jimenez, and then I did the part 3. So she was like, wow, ang galing mo sa sa Scorpio Nights. Grabe yung mga sexy, intimate scenes mo dun. So, I got shocked. Sabi ko, oh, maybe she understood na. Baka natanggap niya na. Then, dun na nagkaroon na, naintindihan na ng mom ko. And then, sa lahat ng films na nagawa ko, naging okay na with them. And sobrang happy niya na nagka-work kami together ni Nico kasi kilala na nila si Nico and we get a chance to work to each other. So, sobrang happy nila na finally nagka-work kami together. And nandun na din yung support nila for both of us.
Oo, no? It took time din talaga, Christine, no, para maintindihan din.
Yes. Lalo na sa mga part sa family ko kasi lahat sila nasa Palawan. So, yung ibang family side ko, medyo nahirap talaga akong i-explain sa kanila. But then, I explained it naman sa kanila and for sure naman siguro alam nila na hindi naman siya real. This is like job lang. Even though mahirap i-explain. But then, pinaliwanag ko naman sa kanila ng maayos. So, I hope na nandun yung understanding and support nila. Kasi yun lang naman yung need ko eh.
At least now, di ba? Naiintindihan na nila and supportive na sila. Ikaw naman, Nico, kumusta yung reaction ng family mo?
Ako, Kim, kasi again, different culture, different country. So, kasi yung mga Italians very liberated eh. So it's quite normal for these types of films to be done. So they just treat it as an acting project. There's no judgment. There's no, ano yan, anong ginagawa mo? Walang ganyan eh. It's just parang they see me as doing film or acting. And that's how I've always seen these things eh. Kasi I just consider myself actor. So if my project, gagawin ko ang best. I mean, that's all I can ask for as an actor. And I wish viewers, people that watch Vivamax also have respect for the work that us actors put in, not just sa mga sexy scenes, because syempre hinahabol nila yan, a lot of the viewers, and that's good because that's our market. Pero sana they also respect yung mga efforts that we put in and the time that we put in. Like me and Christine prepared a lot para sa mga roles, and yung mga ibang Vivamax actors, I know that they prepare also for their roles. So parang I think gusto namin yung respeto, na this is just doing a film. We're actors here. This isn't real. And it's quite normal, to be honest. So I hope the Philippines can, sort of look outside the box a little bit, like my family does, and like I do.
And open their minds na ito yung mga bagay na hindi natin laging pinag-uusapan pero nangyayari talaga siya.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Hindi puro bastos or anything like that. These are directors, these are writers that all put a lot of passion and time into creating these films, and I think yung respeto for them is very, very important.
Correct. Very conservative kasi ang culture ng Pilipinas.
Yes.
Kaya medyo
Yes.
diba? Very challenging sa audience kung paano ito maintindihan. Pero balik lang tayo doon sa family. And na-meet nyo na nga yung family ng isa't isa. Tama ba ako? Ngayon nga, nasa Canada kayo.
Yes.
Kamusta naman yung meeting the family? Ikaw, Christine, bilang nandiyan ka ngayon sa Canada.
Well, actually, na-meet ko na yung mom and dad niya 3 beses sa Pinas. Pumunta sila sa Pinas. That's where I first met them. And actually, sobrang special nito sa akin, Kim. If only you knew, sobrang special sa akin. Kasi pag pinakalala ka, sabi nga nila, pag pinakalala ka sa parents, so parang yung relationship sobrang serious na sa'yo ng guy or even ng girl. So, sobrang happy na ako na nakilala ko yung iba pang family niya. Actually, lahat ng family niya. Yung aunt niya, lahat, especially yung mga cousins niya, and then yung friends, yung buong family niya talaga. And sobrang bait nilang lahat. Sobrang, alam mo yung sweet. Sobrang, like, parang sa Pinas, hindi normal to say na I love you sa mga ibang diba? Parang it's hard to say pa yung I love you. Parang kailangan pang i-build up para lang. Kasi ako, to be honest, hindi ako nagsasabi madalas ng I love you sa mom and dad ko. But then sa mom and dad niya, sa mga aunt niya, parang yung first few days ko pa lang, andun na yung sinasabi nila na I love you, Christine, good night, andun palagi, good morning, I love you, mga ganyan. So, I feel very loved. Alam mo yun, and very parang,
Ganda yan.
yun yung na-feel ko. And sobrang thankful ako na nakilala ko yung family niya.
That's
And
nice.
this is very special moment for me.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
oh, ano na lang ako dito, Nico and Christine.
I
Bye-bye,
love you,
Kim.
Kim.
Good night.
I love you, Kim.
And ayan nga, base sa pagkukwento ni Christine, mas nakikilala mo din si Nico through his family.
Yes. Oo. Actually, na-raise siya ng family niya na sobrang bait, sobrang mapagmahal na tao. And minsan nga yung mga ibang tao sa Pinas, pag iniisip nila na parang immigrants or foreigner, parang mahirap to deal with. Gets mo what I mean? Parang ang hirap. But then,
Or
it's
aggressive.
the other, aggressive like that. But
Ganun.
then it's the other way around. Sobrang sweet niya, sobrang alam mo yun.
Thanks, brother. Thank
sobrang
you.
careful.
Anong Gcash number mo?
No! Palagi niya
Well done.
palagi niya akong inaalagaan, and especially palagi niya akong pinoprotektahan.
Grabe naman yung Nico. Ikaw naman, Nico.
Na-meet ko ang parents niya sa Palawan.
Yeah.
Pumunta kami sa Puerto Princesa about a half a year ago, and nag-stay kami ng parents niya sa isang resort. So I was able to meet them, and then I talked to her mother and father, and sobrang mabait sila. I can definitely see why she's such a good person, and that's definitely dahil sa parents niya. So very important din for me to meet her family. It's like I said, family is everything to me. So the fact that I know her family is even more of a good thing para sa relationship namin, and for me loving her.
Ayan. So, ngayon, ito, ang question ko is, okay lang ba bilang mga Vivamax stars, okay lang ba na pinapantasya kayo ng mga viewers? Christine.
Ako, I would say na, ano ba yung pantasya? Parang,
fantasy.
Okay. Ako.
Filipino ba ako?
At yun yung sasabihin ko, at si Nico yung nag-explain.
I would say na, yes, of course, okay na pinagpapantasyahan kami ng mga tao. Kasi, pagdating sa fantasy, I think hindi lang yung mga bastos, I think yung mga ibang kinds din na nakikita nila sa amin as an actor, pina-fantasize din nila. So, I would say na yes, and na-appreciate ko yun kasi syempre na-appreciate nila kami being actor, being tao. And I think for me that's normal kasi hindi natin mako-control if fina-fantasize tayo ng tao, 'di ba? Hindi naman natin pwedeng sabihin na, "Uy, wag mo kong i-fantasy ganyan, wag mo kong pag-fantasyahan."
Yeah.
So, I think it's a very normal sa lahat ng tao. So I would say, yes, okay lang.
Yeah, normal. I think it's normal, Kim. Lalo na nasa showbiz kami and public figures, right? So you have to accept the fact that people will fantasize you. May mga hina-hate, may lahat. I mean,
Yes.
you have to expect it all, right? So I think okay kami with that, and it's easier, like I said, because we're in the same industry. So whatever she's experiencing, na-experience ko din.
Oo. And siguro isa rin yan sa mga pruweba na you guys are doing your work ng maayos. Kasi 'di ba, meron kayong effect sa mga viewers niyo.
Oh, yeah.
Sumisimbolo na meron kayong magandang ginagawa sa trabaho ninyo.
Yes.
Diba?
And importante yan.
Yes.
Pero aside from doing sexy films, ano yung mga gusto nyo pang gawin sa future? Nico?
Inside of show business or outside, Kim?
Inside muna sa showbiz.
Inside muna. I mean, like I said, kanina, I consider myself an actor, Kim. So I really just love taking on all sorts of different roles. So if it's a sexy role or hindi, open ako dyan. I definitely would like to stay doing films. Mahilig ako sa thriller films. And like I said, playing villain roles. So I would like more villain roles in the future. Whether it's under Vivamax or Viva One or sa mga independent films. Open ako dyan. So I think I'd like to focus on there, and also, again, pushing internationally, working in Canada and the US, and getting projects, in Asia and South Korea. So I would like to expand all over hindi lang sa Pinas, you know, kasi again, I consider myself international kasi nag-work ako sa maraming bansa now. So, yeah, ikaw.
Ako, I'd like to experience more pa, like yung ibang mga genres as well. And yes, yung mga unang first few projects ko was lahat puro sexy um and then nag-jump ako sa drama and then nag-jump din ako sa action. So now I think gusto ko ma-experience being kontrabida kasi parang hindi ko pa siya na-experience sa life ko. And gusto ko once na parang pag may projects or may bagong genre, gusto ko na challenge yung self ko. Kasi for me, alam ko na hindi madali maging kontrabida. So, yeah, I think yun yung gusto kong ma-experience in the future. And yes, kasama rin sa dream ko in the future, like magka-work international, magka-run ng job international. So, hoping for that and praying for that to come.
Mangyayari yan.
Correct. I-manifest na natin yan, Nico and Christine.
Tiwala lang.
Correct. Ito naman, kung biglang isang araw pinatawag kayo ng mga bosses natin sa Viva and sinabi, Nico, Christine, anong gusto nyong dream project? Bigyan nyo ko ng top 3 artists na gusto nyong makasama. Ikaw, Christine, sino ang gusto mong makasama?
Sa Philippines? Okay. Top 3?
Mau si boss.
Ay, boss!
May acting para kasama. Ito na.
Sa Pinas.
Sa Pinas, okay. First, Christine Reyes. Second, Carlo Aquino. Third, John Lloyd Cruz.
Yeah. Ano yung nakikita mong magiging role nila?
Wow, nag-imagine ng film. 3 a.m.
Imagine. See it.
I think, parang yung magiging film namin, if ever, parang thriller, drama thriller. Like, siguro, si John Lloyd, related siya kay Christine, or si Carlo, si John Lloyd related siya kay Christine, and then si, pinagsama ko na sa isang film, no? And then si Carlo naman, related for me. And then parang nandun yung mga, parang may relationship kami together. And then bigla nag-switch up for Christine and then John Lloyd. Tapos nandun yung parang betrayal. Nandun yung parang, wait lang, Kim. Bubuuhin ko yung...
Sige, sila. May screenplay na, Kim.
Basta.
Ayan mo, bukas sa email.
Actually, okay na ako doon, Christine. Promising na yun sa akin. Kaya naman bukas, simula na...
Ako pala kayo, Kim, pag naayos ko bukas.
Sige. Ikaw naman, Nico. Pinahirapan ba kita? Sorry, Christine. Ikaw, Nico.
Haba ng film, ha? Ako definitely, number 1 would be John Arcelia. I love the way he attacks his roles and ang galing-galing niya. Pwede siya mag-showbiz sa States actually because he's so good. That's number 1. Number 2, sino pa? So dapat sa Viva ba? Or pwede sa labas?
Hindi naman sa labas, Nico.
Pwede sa labas? Okay. Angel Locsin would be really cool. Ang galing niya. 2 ba or tatlo?
Tatlo.
And then thirdly, let's go with sino magaling na actor. I say Ann Curtis. I would want to work with Ann Curtis just because she's such a parang big name here and actually nagkaroon siya ng success sa ibang countries. So I think it's cool how she went international.
Anong nakikita mong project na yan, Nico, na magkakasama kayo?
Okay. Lahat ng top 3 dapat nasa film or isa na?
Na magkakasama kayo.
The unknown.
Oh my God, the unknown. No, okay. Ito na lang. This would be my dream film is, it's parang siyang bank heist. So, si John Arcelia yung heist. Yung parang in charge of the heist. Tapos ako, I just so happened to be a customer in the bank. And then si Angel Locsin, Siya yung bank manager. And then si Ann Curtis is also a customer sa bank. Tapos we get locked in. John Arcelia takes over the bank. And then ako yung hero. I end up taking down John Arcelia and my horse or something, and then I run off into the sunset.
Grabe, grabe.
May revisions pa, pero that's just a draft.
Okay
Grabe.
lang sa'yo yun, Kim.
Okay na yun.
Ako,
Okay na yun at 3 a.m. Sorry, pinag-isip ko naman kayo ng malala. Pasensya lang. Pero ito, kasi laging usap-usapan ng Vivamax ngayon ang lahat ng mga artists sa Vivamax. Ano yung mga tips nyo sa mga gustong pumasok as Vivamax artist? Ano yung pwede nyo maibigay na tips? Nico, sige, mauna ka na.
But I think yung advice ko para sa mga Viva artists that want to be a part of Viva is ask yourself why you want to be a Viva artist. Is it because gusto mo maghubad or gusto mo maging famous? If those are the two reasons, wag mong gawin. Wag ka pumasok sa show business or Viva. Do it because you love acting, you love the craft, you love the art. Kasi that's really what will drive you long term dito sa business. If you're just doing it because gusto mo ng followers or gusto mo maghubad because you want to show your body or something like that, that's not the reason. Do it because you love the craft.
Yeah. I agree with you, actually. I agree with you. And i-add ko lang na if ever gusto talaga nilang pumasok sa Vivamax, I would say na lang na dapat buo yung loob nila kasi this is not the hindi to madaling job.
Yes,
So,
hindi madali.
Yeah, and you need to work on that and kailangan matatag ka kasi hindi madaling job to, tapos yung mga sasabihin pa sa'yo ng mga tao, dapat ready ka for that. You need to accept that before ka mag-enter sa Vivamax. So, yeah.
Dapat talaga handa. And hindi, tulad na sabi ni Nico, hindi shallow yung reasons mo kung bakit mo papasukin itong industriya sa whole, hindi lang as a Vivamax artist.
Tama, as a whole.
Pupunta na tayo sa PEP Challenge.
Okay, game. Excited.
Ang ating PEP Challenge today ay guilty or not guilty. Diba? As an action star. Eto, magbibigay lang ako ng ng mga situations at sasabihin nyo kung guilty or not guilty, and short kwento lang kung ano yung naging sagot ninyo. Okay, ready?
Game. Laban.
Ready sa 3 a.m. Sorry talaga.
Okay lang.
Okay lang. Nag-enjoy kami.
Ay, thank you. Okay. Ayan, para sa ating first guilty or not guilty, inattitudean or inaway ng kapwa-artista. Guilty or not guilty?
You go first.
Inattitudean or not guilty.
You haven't experienced it?
Hindi.
Oh, okay. Ako,
Na-experience mo yan?
guilty, yes.
Oh, whoa.
But hindi ako mag-name drop.
May cheese
But
whiz.
then, sa set, na-experience ko yan before. And co-actor ko din. But then, hindi ko masyadong, alam mo yun, pinansin, hinayaan ko lang. So, hindi ko na pinatulan. So, yeah.
Buti hindi ka naapektuhan, Christine, after kang pakitaan ng gano'n nung kapwa-artista mo.
Hindi eh. Well, hindi kami same ng level, so.
Ooh!
Joke.
Let's go!
I love it, Christine. At 3 a.m., hindi kami same ng level. Ayan. Okay, next. Guilty or not guilty? Nakarami ng takes sa isang sexy scenes.
Takes sa isang sexy scenes.
Like, mga ilan? Ilan yung marami?
Yeah, what would you consider marami? I think that would be 5 or 10.
Sige, sabihin nating
Yes. Okay. Guilty.
Guilty si Nico. Ikaw?
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
100% guilty, Kim. Sa may movie ako called Afam sa Vivamax. And we had this one pool scene, intimate scene sa pool. We shot that scene for 6 hours, Kim.
My God.
Napagod ako. I've never been so tired in my life. kasi malamig din yung tubig. So it was so cold, and then we were out there doing all these, like I was swimming underwater, may mga underwater shots. Crazy. Nakakapagod talaga.
Grabe. Alam mo, Nico, share ko lang yung movie niyong yan, nasa list ko yan. So, binigyan mo ako ng rason lalo na panoorin.
Panoorin mo.
Oo.
Hindi ka magsisisi.
Watch her and Tim.
Okay, next. Guilty or not guilty? Nabastusan sa ginawa ng isang fan.
Not guilty.
Guilty.
Well, guilty.
Mm-mm.
Guilty.
Anong experience it?
Well, siguro sa mga comments niya. May mga comments na bastos talaga. And I get parang nababwisit ako whenever. But that's siguro comments lang. Yung mga parang sa social media lang. Hindi sa harap ko.
Ayan, speaking of social media, ito naman ang ating next. Guilty or not guilty? Pumatol sa bashers.
Not guilty.
Guilty. Actually, Kim, well, yeah, tahimik lang siya. Pero ngayon, mas matapang na ako. And I think I don't, it's not na I'm making patol sa mga like lahat ng bashers. Siguro I'll just pick one comment and then mag-reply ako. Just to send a message or state a point and for everyone else to see. Think na to show na wala akong paki sa mga sinasabi mo, but I want you to know that I'm seeing it, and I think this is how ridiculous you look. Gusto kong sabihin sa kanila. Once in a while, hindi naman lagi-lagi, pero minsan lang.
Tsaka para iparating na hindi nyo pwedeng gawin to sa akin lagi. Hindi
Exactly.
to tama.
Exactly. Hindi tama to. Exactly.
Pero ang nakikita ko kay Christine, grabe yung Art of Deadma niya, no? Hindi siya dinedma niya yung away sa kanya, hindi siya pumasok sa bashers.
Ang dami ko pang kailangan gawin eh. Ang dami kong dapat problemahin.
Oo nga.
I love. Nandun lang yung focus ni Christine.
Yes.
Ano niya. Perfect. Ito naman, next, guilty or not guilty? Ginamit ang pagiging artista para makalibre or makadita.
Guilty.
Anong eksena niyan?
Let's just say maraming traffic violations.
Yeah.
So and the old Vivamax card helps para walang problema.
Ikaw
mostly yun yung na-experience namin kapag nahuhuli kami ng mga ng mga enforcer. Pag nalaman nila, ay, Vivamax po, sige na po, go.
And also minsan to get pag sa hospital para mas mabilis sa hospital.
Oh yes, yeah.
Din. Pero hindi madalas. Just if in a rush kami.
Tapos may na-experience akong one time, hindi ko naman ginamit yung pagiging artista, pero parang alam niya na from Vivamax, na from Viva ako. So, nasira yung car ko, nag-stop talaga in the middle of highway.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, remember that one?
Sa Skyway.
Yes, nasira sa Sky. Hindi naman, sa something sa TAF. Sa TAF.
No.
Hindi, biglang namatay yung car ko. So, bumaba siya, tapos tinulungan niya ako, but then, binibigyan ko siya ng pera kasi syempre hindi madaling job kasi like parang around 1 a.m. na yun, pauwi ako ng condo.
Yes.
So, dinrap niya ako hanggang BGC. And then,
But you didn't say that? He dropped you?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, nakakatakot yan. Baka, what if, kidnapper yan?
Hindi, kasi I was with Diff that time, yung friend, yung best friend ko. May kasama ko, yung best friend ko.
Buti na lang.
Pero, yung ginawa niya, nasa car kami, pero parang tinulungan niya ako, nilagay niya yung car niya sa front, tapos parang hinihila niya lang.
Okay.
So, syempre as appreciation, di ba, nag-try ako mag-abot. But then, sobrang bait niya, wala talaga. Like, sabi niya,
ayaw
okay
niya
lang.
pumayag.
Okay lang niya, ayaw niya.
Wow.
So,
grabe
nabot kami 2 hours, share ko lang.
Grabe, 2 hours. And kung sino man siya, sobrang thank you sa kanya, Christina, no?
Oh, yes. Naalala ko yung name niya actually, si Ronald Gibura.
Hi, Ronald Gibura. Salamat.
Grabe naman ang kagandahan ng loob ni Ronald. Pero maganda rin na sinabi ni Nico kanina na kahit guilty kayo dito sa sitwasyon na to, hindi naman lagi, hindi madalas.
Hindi madalas.
hindi
It's not, we don't abuse it, abuse the
yes.
right. Kasi again, it's hindi tama yan. But minsan, pag may emergency.
Oo.
Ayan. And for our last, guilty or not guilty, nakatanggap ng indecent proposals.
Not guilty.
Not guilty si...
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Excuse me.
Not guilty.
Excuse me, miss.
Sorry.
Bago sumagot si Nico, akala ko naglalag na naman ako, nag-answer.
Ako din kaya ako tumawa. Pero wala
Ay, tumatawa siya
So not guilty. Oh. At least, 'di ba? Kasi usually yung mga Vivamax stars na nakakausap ko dito, na-share nila na nakakatanggap nga daw sila ng indecent proposals. Pero let's see. Sige, go. So,
siguro may mga nagme-message sa amin but then hindi namin
maraming
nag-check. Kasi hindi ako nag-check ng mga messages at unless important or
yes,
alam
or
mo
work
yun, or
related,
work-related.
or friend mo yan.
Yeah. Hindi
Or
ako
mama mo.
or mama mo din.
and with that, invite ulit natin ang mga pepsters na panoorin ng Manyak tomorrow na sa Vivamax. Nico, sige.
First off, thank you so much, Kim, for having us. Sobrang nag-enjoy talaga kami sa show nyo. And thank you so much, Pepster, sa pag-support sa Pep Live. And sana supportahan nyo po ang Manyak dahil showing na po yan, streaming na po yan tomorrow sa Vivamax, starring me, myself, Christine Bermas, Nico Locco, Choco Diaz, Sherry Bautista. This is directed by Direct Carlo Alvarez. Abangan nyo yan dahil bukas malalaman nyo na kung sino ang Manyak.
Yes. Guys, panoorin mo ang Manyak coming August 4th, which bukas na.
Tomorrow.
Yes. Sorry. We're 1 day behind. Okay.
Oh, yeah. You got confused.
Kasi nga nasa Canada sila at 3 a.m. So ito na talaga, matatapos na talaga tayo. Ayan, Pepsters, huwag niyong kalimutan na panoorin tomorrow ang world premiere ng Manyak sa Vivamax. And meron pa ba tayong mga abangan na future projects sa inyo, Nico and Christine?
Well, you guys can just stay posted, stay updated sa Instagram ko, ako po si Nico. It's all there. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. I'm posting a lot of vlogs. So abangan nyo po sa Facebook ko. That's mostly where I'm posting. And YouTube as well. Tapos, may mga upcoming Viva projects kami. I won't quite release the title yet. Tapos, meron akong project for Viva 1. Tapos, an independent film coming up. So, lots of things moving. Pero just stay posted sa mga social medias ko. I also like to thank you, Kim, for hosting today's interview. Ang galing-galing mo at gwapo pa.
Ay, gwapo ba?
Yes. And also thank you to Romel for having us. And
Romel, thank you.
And also
Sir Moises.
Moises, thanks for having us. Also, shout out to my Viva fam. Love you all.
Yes, the Viva family. We love you guys.
Thank you guys. Ayan, si Christine din sa kanyang mga social media accounts.
Yes, I think nandiyan na yung mga social media accounts ko. Lahat yan. IG, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook page, Christine Bermas lang yan. Huwag kayong malito. Charot.
Wag.
Ayan. Bukas na malalaman na natin kung sino ang Manyak sa
Yes.
Sino yan? Sino siya?
Baka si Kim yan.
Si Kim.
Pero
Yan.
nasa pari ako today Ayan, Pepsters, thank you so much sa lahat na nanonood ng ating Pep Live episode today. Pwede nyo kaming i-follow sa aming mga social media accounts at lahat ng mga latest sa entertainment industry sa pep.ph. Ayan, meron tayo sa Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and sa TikTok. And dito naman sa YouTube channel, guys, please mag-subscribe na kayo kasi nga malapit na kaming umabot sa 1 million subscribers.
Wow.
Guys, please, ibigay nyo na sa amin yan. Ayan, and pwede nyo rin akong i-follow kung gusto nyo lang naman sa Instagram, sa YouTube, and sa TikTok. Ayan. Thank you so much, Nico and Christine. Hanggang sa so uulitin balik kayo dito sa Pep Live.
Yes, we'd love to come back, Kim. Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat. Yes. Thank you
tayo.
so much, Pepsters.
Thank you so much.